Derrick Lewis versus JDS just happened. Crazy fight. This is going to win fight of the night for sure. For sure it's going to win fight of the night. It was great. But it was only winning fight of the night because every other fight on the card was... You know what I mean? It was just... The whole card was a snooze fest. But it got to the end, 3 fights. Nico Price was fighting Tim Means. That must have got a performance bonus. Dos Santos submitted Millender. That was a performance bonus. And then, obviously... this great fight at the end between 2 legit heavyweights. I thought Lewis was faking him being hurt to the body. I really did think he was faking it. Because the way he was doing it, it's like, if you want someone to not know that you're hurt to the body, don't grab your stomach. You know? He must have been hurt real bad. So maybe you can't really rely on his poker face too much. But if you're aiming to make someone not look like you've hurt to the body, don't grab your stomach. But he was obviously hurting real bad, fighting through it. That's why I thought he was faking it anyway. Because when JDS came in with his hands in his fucking pockets like he's looking for his fucking phone or some shit, Lewis just uncorked a bomb, nearly fucking knocked out JDS right there and then. Entertaining fight. JDS with some sick leg kicks on Lewis. Then JDS lands the turning side kick, hurts Lewis to the body. Perfect technique. Can we talk about JDS? I mean... it feels like the guy's been around forever, but for a heavyweight, he really hasn't. He got thrown to the wolves so early in his career. You know, he was a newcomer to the UFC. He was in the era of the Strikeforce turnovers to the UFC and the K1 arrivals to the UFC. You know, but he was just from the UFC. So, I really like JDS' performance. I really do. He was phenomenal. And honestly, I thought Derrick Lewis was going to win just because I rely on the big knockout power a bit too much, and I'm going to stop doing that. I really am. I thought JDS was going to beat the shit out of him, but I think Lewis was just going to land the shot. But he didn't land the shot, I guess. He landed it once, and a glance in, sort of sent JDS a bit queer street when JDS hurt him in the first round. But people forget. People think, oh, Lewis has punching power. They're all fucking heavyweights. You know? Like, the only heavyweight who doesn't have severe knockout power is probably Volkov or Struve. You know, just because they're so tall and lanky. But people think about, oh, Derrick Lewis has the power advantage. Even I said it. I'm guilty of it. They're all heavyweights. They all have a power advantage over each other. JDS hit him with a beautiful slap right hand. Reached it with a slap. Boom. Right hand straight down the pipe. Nate Diaz style. Stockton, what's up? Just dismantled Derrick Lewis. And this puts him at a solid, probably, let's face it, I don't know where this puts him in the heavyweight rankings. Number 3? It probably puts him at number 3, if I'm honest with you. I like that. JDS dominating. That's his 3rd fight in a row that he's won. He beat Derrick Lewis, of course, just now. Then he beat Taito Ivasa. I can't remember who he beat before that. I think it was some nobody. No, it wasn't. It was Marcin Tybura. That's who he fought before that. And he beat him as well. So that's 2 top 10 contenders back to back to back that he's beaten. I don't know why he was ranked so low on the rankings for it. But, you know. Now he's going to shoot straight up to number 3. And we'll see what happens. I think they're going to give him Stipe Miocic next. Because DC, as much as I love you, big Kung Fu Panda. As much as I love you, Kung Fu Panda. You're holding up the division right now, you fat fuck. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I like DC. I hope he gets the Brock Lesnar fight because I'll be excited to watch that fight. And I think DC deserves a payday. If there's a guy been fucked over more times than DC, of John Jones testing hot and then still beating him, that's the worst feeling. It's enough that you lose to John Jones. That's a bad feeling. But knowing that you lost to John Jones and he was on steroids and he got caught for it, that's a worse feeling, you know? That's a much worse feeling. So, I think they're going to do JDS versus Stipe Miocic 3, the rubber match. They're 1-1 against each other, even though I thought it was 2-0 to Stipe. They're 1-1 against each other. Stipe last, of course, knocking out JDS in a title defense in the first round. And yeah, I think that's a great fight. Stipe Miocic versus JDS, I'd pay to watch that shit. Fight night Croatia, baby. OH! Let's do it. Let's do it. And then you've got Ngannou sitting there. What's he going to do? I know. Probably fight the winner of Overeem versus Volkov. We'll see. We can only wait and see. Curtis Blades is fighting someone soon. I don't know who. I think it's Justin Willis. So maybe if Justin Willis rises up, we can feed him to Ngannou. Because that is a free fight for Ngannou. If Justin Willis somehow beats Curtis Blades by some miracle, then Ngannou's going to send Justin Willis' titties to Pluto. You know what I mean? He's going to send Justin Willis' titties into orbit. Let's be real. You know? So, you know, big fights coming up, boys. Next week we've got Darren Till versus Masvidal. Great fights there. Great fights non-stop there. Massive card compared to this one. So, yeah. I look forward to the foreseeable future. But JDS, dominant performance over Derrick Lewis. I thought Lewis was going to get fucked up and then land the big shot. The big shot never came. JDS just kept fucking him up. People are complaining about the stoppage on my live stream. Also, I live stream the event on Fight Companion. And I will be doing that for every live stream coming up. Because that's how dedicated I am, you know. I don't have a social life. Someone in my chat said, a bit of an early stoppage, but I don't mind it. But Lewis was covering up in a book. There was no early stoppage. Everyone shut up. Everyone shut up. Like, when's fucking the guy, Mario Yamasaki, when you need him, you know? These people need to die in that octagon for me to be satisfied. Like and subscribe, guys. Did I mention like and subscribe about 5 times? Yeah, I think I did. Maybe you should do it. Then I won't have to ask.